Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Thought that you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat? Hello, what's new, pussycats? How the hell are ya? I'm fantastic. Happy, what is this, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Oh, hold on, let me get myself situated here. All righty. Oh, look at you, Clancy, you're the door holder. How the hell are ya? Do I look taller? Do I look taller and brighter? Well, I've added one pillow to my chair. So I am now sitting on 3 pillows. Somebody, I need to appoint someone to be the, send up a flare, call 911 because Crimes in Fashion, that dizzy bitch has fallen out of her chair. Y'all, I am truly playing with fire here. I've got you can't even see it. I'm sitting up so high. Okay, so the background on my director's chair, the diplomatic way of putting it is leather-like, which is a nice way of saying pleather, fake leather, but it's black and it's, it says Crimes in Fashion in purple. This is my fall chair because it comes with different backs. Well, when you change out the back, I mean, I'm all about, I like things to match and flow, not necessarily. Well, when I show you my shoes, you're going to be like, yeah, obviously not, bitch. But with my decor, doesn't have to all be matchy, but the chair, yeah, I like the chair to match. So I put the pleather seat in the chair as opposed to just the canvas that I usually sit on. Well, as you can imagine, it's a little bit slippery. So naturally, what I thought, what could I do to make my chances just that much better that I fall out of the chair and end up in the emergency room. And quite naturally, I said, well, of course, get a Mongolian lamb pillow, which is not faux lamb. What would you call faux lamb? Flam? No. Yeah. Anyway, it's rather slippery. So then I thought, okay, I'll put another throw pillow. Y'all, I have pillows everywhere. It makes Mr. Crimes in Fashion fucking insane. He has a visceral reaction to throw pillows. My bed, I counted them the other day, and I switch them out all the time. I had 18 throw pillows on my bed. I know it's ridiculous, but trust me, it all works. It's not like they're just, no, it's a whole, I choreograph the bed and the bed pillows. Maybe I'll take a picture one day just to give you a little idea what I'm talking about, because it sounds ridiculous. And I mean, come on, it is a little ridiculous, but I'm a little ridiculous. So I put the fuzzy pillow on, and then I'm like, oh no, that's not gonna work. It was already sliding out of the back of the chair. So then I went and got a velvet pillow, and I thought, oh, well, that's good, but I think just one more and I'll be the perfect height. So two velvet on I'll have a Mongolian lamb with a side of 2 velvets. And now I'm tall. So, well, tall-ish. Y'all, I hope the lighting on this one, I don't know what happened between the time I left here and the time I landed back. My husband said there's probably updates or a million of them that have not downloaded to my, I don't think it's the camera. I think it's the light. I don't know. I've tried everything and I can't seem to I don't want to look like a cartoon. Okay. I'm not about putting 8,000 filters on something to the point where you look animated. Those that do shall remain nameless, but I'm sure you could think of a few that, yeah, the chances of them even remotely looking anything like the highly filtered version, slim to none. And, in some cases, when you're really not that attractive to start with, it's, there's only so much a filter can do. Well, in some people's case, it may be a wand, but it's really not a wand. And, some need a wand, some need a wand, a rabbit, and a top hat, and an assistant. You get the picture. Hey, I'm all about tweaking, not that kind of tweaking, just making it, how do they put it? Smoothing out the edges, some ridiculous thing like that. I'm fine with that, but I do not want to appear like I'm animated. But I also suck with lighting. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just I turned down I still have the overhead light on, because what's the point of doing this in my pretty office if you can't see the background? The little shorts that I do, you guys, I have the brand new iPhone, the 17 Pro Max, fucking, the best one they make. And I got to tell you, those little videos, the shorts that I've done on my phone, that's in a different room of my house. It's just regular overhead lighting. And I do typically use one of the filters, nothing crazy, but just because there's natural light coming in, there's overhead light. And those are perfect. Like that is me. That's what I look like. And then I come in here and I do these and I'll go back and I'll put it on my TV or my phone, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, what? Like, why does everything look so dark? I can't get rid of it's like it's muddy looking. So I have left the overhead light so you can see that. And I turned down the only thing I have put on this. It's not a ring light. It's a square. It's this big. I put the brightness, like if it goes from, let's just say it goes 1 to 50, it's probably on like 8. And the warmth, I think, temperature, that's what they call it. The temperature is literally like 2 clicks. So what can I tell you? I'm going to keep trying. But if they still look like shit, eventually, forget the stupid background. I'll go do it from my undisclosed location in the Crimes and Fashion fashion bunker. Yeah, I don't really want to do that, although it would be cooler, but I'll keep trying. What can I say? I'm the star of the show. I'm not production. That's production's problem. The problem is I don't have production. And I've been the star of my own show, as my mother would tell you, since, let's see, how old was I? She told me I was like 4 years old at the Illinois State Fair. And they did like in the auditorium where some celebrity was there singing. I mean, the celebrity of the caliber that goes to state fairs back in like the 70s. I don't know who it was, but yes, my mother said that at some point I walked away from her and took myself up on the stage and started singing Delta Dawn. So apparently in my own mind, I've been a star from the way back days. So yes, I did have an outfit change. I really love that dress that I did the short in, but I didn't like the way it looked in here. It's cute on there, but and even though it's linen, it was hot as a mofo. So I was like, oh no, got to do an outfit change. Y'all, I could change my clothes 6 times during this live and every subsequent live, and I would not run out of clothes. It's absurd. So I thought, well, why are you going to sit in there and suffer? You wore it for 37 seconds and now it goes in the pile to be sold. All righty. So this new little rag, this is Ula Johnson, who I love. This really, a lot of volume is not necessarily a very tiny woman's BFF, but what can I tell you? I have a little flair for the dramatic, and I love a like sleeve moment. This is like it's hard to see, but it's all like pleated here and ties in the back, ties in the front. But when you're 4'11", putting on something that's got built-in like giant shoulder detail, puffy, poofy, puffy. I love it. I don't know if it particularly loves me, but it works for this. And I am going to put my shoes on right now. I didn't dare try and get in my damn seat wearing my shoes, because that seriously would have been, I'd have bounced off of all 4 walls in this office. Hey, Kathy P, how the hell are you? Y'all, I didn't think I had any mods left. I thought that I aced all the mods, but I'm very glad to see that all the mods that have wandered in at some point, I'm like, oh, good. I do still have some. Honestly, I need somebody to tell me, somebody who is a creator, somebody tell me where the YouTube studio is, because when I go to put it in, I can't do. That's why I have this open on my phone, just in case an emergency broke out. Yeah, chances of that are 0. The only emergency I would imagine would be me falling out of the chair. But yeah, I thought, well, if I need it, I have no clue. Whatever I used before, I mean, the skin is still there, but I can't find where the mods are. It used to be in, wasn't it in Community and then something else? So I have my phone out in the event that, we're bum rushed by 1,000 people, and I think we're safe. And my shoes of the day, these lovely Louboutin, also on their maiden voyage. These are from the shoe sitting portion of the closet. Yeah, so I'm going to put them on now because, doesn't, damn it. Boy, these are tight. I've never worn them before. And I always buy them a little bit smaller because they stretch. Okay. Is that Remy? I think so. Let me put my glasses on. How the hell are you? It's nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hey, Rod, how are you? All right, so the other thing I thought was, oh, yeah, look at this. I'm going to be all like kicked back. I got my, can you like just picture this whole situation and me like toppling? Yeah, no. I thought I was going to be able to do that. No, not so much. If only I could get the microphone to go that far, I could. All right. Where's the mouse? There we go. Pretty eye. Hi, how are you? Okay, this is a new name. Restructure Ministry. Hello, how are you? Dolly as a model. Oh, are you talking about the intro? That's funny. Turtle Talk 2024. Well, hello, Turtle Talk. You know what's funny about that? I had a different pair of shoes on, a different pair of Louboutins, and he tends to name a lot of his shoes, the styles, after celebrities. I keep waiting for the Crimes and Fashion edition. But until then, one of my particular favorites is called the Dolly. And they were designed for Dolly Parton. And they are every bit of 8 inches. And they've got but they're super comfortable. I know that sounds ridiculous, but just trust me on this. They've got this great platform all the way around, and they're like a rounded toe. Maybe I'll wear a pair. I won't be here tomorrow, but maybe on Thursday. But yeah, isn't that intro? You know what? I thought I really wrestled with this. Like, okay, if you're not going to talk about any of the things you used to talk about, well, why are you going to show an intro that, people who like maybe come from a different part of YouTube, like not the absolute bottom of YouTube, that, where I have always been located. And please don't, I'm not using that as a pejorative. The Boyd is just a thing. That's just an acronym. But yeah, I definitely would say that I've always created content around other channels at the bottom of YouTube. Which I know, I yes, it's very hypocritical. I have an incredibly shitty subpar channel that is basically just an excuse for me to talk and wear my pretty clothes. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, I probably am the most insignificant at the bottom of YouTube. But even the ones who are quite significant at the top of the bottom of YouTube, well, it's all relative. So anyway, I thought, it really doesn't make sense to use that intro, because somebody who's not familiar is going to be like, who the fuck are these people? But then I thought, you know what? I don't care, because it is good. I love the song. Menace to Sobriety made that for me. He made a lot of people's intros, and he is very talented. Unfortunately, he's not around anymore. Not that I know of. Maybe he's here on the down low somewhere. But yeah, so there you have it. I'm going to use it until I don't want to use it. Oh, this is a good idea. That's what I need to do. Kind of like hell, at the height I need, I'm going to need to go get like the queen size topper off my guest room. I can just sit on that. When I'm out and about in my travels, I'll look for, some other I don't know, maybe I need a bean bag. Hello, Serena Katie. How are you? I think that name is new. I'm Lisa. This is Crimes and Fashion, where we talk about some very bad, ignorant ass. What the rest of you? Oftentimes poorly dressed and usually mean/crazy AF people while being dressed to kill. Nobody would ever accuse me of marketing or branding being my thing. I never tell you who I am. I never tell you where you are. I never ask you to subscribe. I never ask you to hit the thumbs up. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's so not why I'm here. I'm just here, like I said. I just happen to be fortunate to have an excess of time and clothing on my hands. And in an effort to let my husband's credit card just, cool down and stop steaming, that's like, it's really bad when, of all your habits, the YouTube habit seems to be the lesser of many evils. So I have a whole bunch of stuff in mind for us to look at today. How much we'll actually get to, I don't know. And actually, oh, Earth, how the hell are you, girl? Long time no see. You guys, I just want to tell you that, and hand to God, this is true, please. Nobody has seen me around anywhere. And that's not just because I can't remember the password on my, what do they call that account? Like not an alt, but like your super top secret incognito account. Those never worked very well for me because I have a very particular way of speaking and, typing in a chat. I don't speak and or type in crayon. So it doesn't do me a lot of good to have a throwaway account because I have to really work hard to make myself not sound like myself. I guess that's a good thing. But while I do have one, hand to God, I'm just not, I'm not watching any of it because I don't want to talk about any of it. And if I watch it, well, like, what's the point of watching it if you're not going to then talk about it? So, like I said in the little short, the internet has no shortage of assholes who are happy to provide content for days, for a lifetime, quite frankly. So that's, that's what we're going to do. So here's our choices. So many assholes, so little time. Oh, have y'all seen the Michael Jackson movie? It's just called Michael. I gotta say, I have always loved his music. I mean, hello, I grew up in the time of Thriller, Off the Wall. I remember being in maybe, let's see, middle school. Yeah, I think it would have been middle school when Thriller came out. And oh my God, we used to have this store called Chess King. And it was, I don't even know how to describe it, but let's just say that Chess King, it was was Chess King all dudes? I think Chess King was all guys. And then there was the female counterpart to Chess King. Hell, if I can remember it. But suffice it to say, a large part of their sales offering was red pleather jackets with silver zippers, the black pants, the whole, like, everybody that was on MTV back in the day. So while I've always liked his music, and I go, hey, Pugs, how are you? I go back and forth on whether or not I think he did what he was accused of. I honestly, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can make a case either way. But here's the beauty of the movie. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. And unless you absolutely detest him and his music, and you can't just take what you think he did out of the movie, well, then it's probably not for you. But if you're like me and you don't really know and don't really care, like, I mean, he's no longer with us. So at when I say I don't care, that doesn't mean if he did it that I don't care about the kids he hurt and their families and all that. Of course I do. But we're never going to know. And I got to tell you, as I kid you not, I watched it because, I have that special, we'll just call it special TV where I get things that are in the theaters now. Some of it might have subtitles in a language that I don't speak, but who cares? I mean, if they're speaking English and they've got some other languages subtitles, I don't give a damn. I'll watch it. Hey, Taylor was stitching and bitching. How are you? Yes, part two. Part two is coming, and yes, they left off in time, right about when the first trial would have been happening. I have to say, it was fantastic. God, they're so smart, whoever did it. And I believe the representatives of his estate. I thought that Jermaine was one of the producers, but after listening to the GQ interview with Jafar, who is, I think he's Jermaine's son. He's one of Michael Jackson's nephews, and I'm almost positive it's Jermaine. But he did, like, at first when I heard it was going to be one of Michael's nephews playing him, I'm like, oh, there's his nepotism at its finest. But why wouldn't you? If he's a family member and he can do it, and let me tell you, that kid, first of all, he's cute as a button, and talent. He, mark my words, he is going to sweep every award that. I don't keep up with all that anymore. I don't know when the Grammys are. I don't watch them anyway because most of those people are just fucking tools, and I don't care what they have to say. But I could see him. Well, what is it? What do they call it when you get? What's it called? When you win it's an acronym. Grammy, Oscar, Tony, EGOT. I think there's only a few EGOT recipients: Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, Tony. I think Barbra Streisand might be one. At any rate, if it ever hit Broadway, that's all. Yeah, it would just have to hit Broadway for him to be eligible to be an EGOT. The kid is fantastically talented, and he said he worked 1 year just to learn the moonwalk at the performance Michael Jackson gave at the Motown. I think it was Motown. Was it their 50th anniversary? It's where he debuted the moonwalk, if I'm not mistaken. And this is going to sound crazy, but I watched a video, a side-by-side of Jafar Jackson as Michael Jackson playing that scene with the side-by-side of Michael at the event. And at one point I thought, God, I think I actually like Jafar's version. What was really brilliant about it is Now, I mean, I have a big playlist on my iTunes, and I had, of course, there's like random some of my favorite Michael Jackson songs on there. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Beat It, Billie Jean. You know, the ones. Actually, one of my favorite songs he has ever sang was "Dirty Diana," and I don't remember. It was from a movie, I think. At any rate, um, what the hell was I saying about the? Oh God, it's the worst. Oh, the older you get, the more often it happens. Um, I always had. Oh yeah, the iTunes. I always had Michael Jackson music here and there in my iTunes, but the day after I watched that movie, I was on iTunes just putting all kinds of. I think I put the whole Off the Wall album. That's when he was still young and he was still an African American male before he turned himself into like a middle-aged looking white woman. Oh, poor Michael. God, he was a tortured soul, man. Um, and I promise you, I wasn't the only person doing that. That movie just like it really left you wanting more, like wanting to go listen to the music. I think I cleaned my house the next day and listened to the whole album. So the marketing, oh my watch is dying. Yeah, the marketing, it just was genius because unless you are truly like a diehard hater of Michael Jackson because of what you believe he did, it just like it was just a feel good movie. And what's crazy is I told my husband, I don't I don't even remember hearing like much profanity even. I mean, it almost could have been rated G. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying. So, do yourself a favor and if you get the chance, watch it. It's fantastic. You won't be sorry. And if I'm not mistaken, it is the highest grossing movie. Did it overtake Titanic? Within like, I want to say a couple weeks of its release, I think it had already made $1 billion. Crazy. So, okay, so that was on my list of very important things to tell you about. Oh, and you know what? I was listening to Piers Morgan on the way home yesterday. Oh, Pugs, it did. It hit $1 billion. That's what I thought I heard. Hey, Cinnamon Hot, how are you? I was listening to Piers Morgan on the way home the other day. My husband says he's like the WWE of the podcasting world. My husband's not a fan of Piers. I am. I'm an Anglophile. Like I love the British. But yeah, he is kind of like he can get like the Jerry Springer of podcast world at any rate. He started talking. He had the director of this movie, Citizen Vigilante, I believe it's called. Interestingly enough, I had it in my queue on my TV to watch. Maybe what was stopping me is the fact that Armie Hammer was the lead. And that guy, I think, is just a big douche. He is well, that's a whole thing. If you don't know about him, just look him up. And yes, he is from the Armie Hammer dynasty. But he's, let's just say he's been accused of not being able to keep his hands and other parts to himself, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, apparently this movie, well, I guess Elon Musk shouted it out on X. I mentioned it to my husband and he's like, honey, I watched it in my office the other night because my husband sits in his office in the evenings catching up on, like work that's come in while he's been out of the office, and he'll put shit. He's got a big TV in there that he'll, cast things onto. He said, honey, no, don't, you'll hate it. You will hate it. The acting is absolutely atrocious. The dialogue sucks. It's, but yeah, since Elon shouted this movie out, it's just blown up. Like I said, the fact that Armie Hammer was the star, that alone was enough to put me on the fence. But yeah, apparently it's doing, and where did I don't think, for some reason, I don't think it was released in theaters. I think it's just online. But the guy who did it is the director. His name is Uwe Ball, I believe it is. He's German. He's not too hard to understand, but he's got a pretty thick accent. Oh, what is this? Why does this sound so cinnamon hot? Why does this sound familiar to me? Cherry. What? Oh, I know why. There was a book I read by what the hell was her name? Carr, and it was huge at the time, and it was an autobiography, and she had a crazy life with crazy freaking parents. And I think it was called Cherry. No, I haven't seen that though. Is that the name of it? Is it Cherry? Who's Cherry? Oh, something to make me cry. Oh my girl. Listen, it doesn't take much. I can't watch SPCA commercials. I will not. I will watch CNN before I will watch an SPCA commercial. Because it doesn't take much to make me cry. So you can't go by me crying, because it doesn't take much. Truly, it does not take much to make me cry, which I know some might find hard to believe, but it's true. I am an empath. Just for people who truly, not an empath for everybody. I said empath, not idiot. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I might watch that and give my take on it. My husband said, you will not make it through it. He said no, if the dialogue, listen, I could almost deal with not so great acting if it's really well written. If it's just somebody who has a hard time saying the big words, I mean, I can work with that, but I can't work with shitty dialogue. So the next one I can't even read. What the fuck does that say? Body something? That is pathetic. I can't read my own writing. Body cans? Care? Oh, cam. Body cam. Yeah. Oh, that was my note to myself to maybe do what you said you were going to do in the title. So we are going to do that. Here's your choice. The other one is just some irrelevant thing meant just for me. It was a title. When things come to my mind, even though they have they're it's just kind of like a random thing that's apropos of really nothing that I'm thinking of doing, but something will cross my mind, especially when it has to do with science, and science is not my jam. I mean, the kind of science I like is the science of botulinum toxin, when shot into one's face, makes wrinkles disappear. I'm into the molecular science of fillers. That kind of science I'm interested in. But every once in a while, like some kind of scientific thing will just like sprint across my consciousness. And I'm like, oh, this one was, we'll just say it has something to do with molecules. Yes, I'm going to put that on my my various notepads of brilliant. Usually I just lose these. And then when I find them, sometimes months later, it's like, what in the absolute hell? What does that mean? Okay, so here's your choice. We have a woman behaving very badly at an Orlando timeshare. I wanted to like punch this bitch in her face. If I could have reached through the TV and just knocked her, you know. So we've got her. We have another Judge Boyd with a woman who's got 8 children, none of whom she has custody of, and shows up in front of Judge Boyd. I believe she was smoking meth. So we've got her. We have the drunk doctor who is just very upset about the fact that Southwest does not want him. Oh no, not Southwest, JetBlue. You know, it's a little bougier than Southwest, I think. Yeah, he started to perform his own sobriety test, field sobriety test, despite the fact that no one asked him to. Yes, nothing yells, I am drunk as fuck, like getting in a cop's personal space within, I don't know, 10 seconds of meeting and starting to perform your own preemptory field sobriety test. And he's at Tampa Airport, which is, you know, kind of close to my hood. So I thought, ooh, that one could be good. I will tell you, the only one of these that I have watched all the way through is the timeshare. The timeshare is probably the shortest one. Davy Chase. Oh, you know what? Candace Owens, who I know, I go back and forth with her. Sometimes I want to like throttle her and say, bitch, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You are like, she is a brilliant woman. She is so articulate. She's smart as hell. Like I need to like reel her back in a little bit. Like she's to me on the precipice of the yeah. Sometimes I can't even listen to her because it's so, some of it I find so far-fetched, but she talks about this book all the time that speaks to this. I believe it's called Hollywood Babylon. And I thought about reading it. Oh, listen, I think Hollywood is, I did read this. It is fantastic. I love her. She's my spirit animal. She has the most insane vocabulary. She uses words I've never heard of. And I mean, I pride myself on, I know some of the big words. She is really, she's just insanely bright. And I'm always a fan of brains. And she's a fantastic writer. That is a fantastic book. I went through a thing where I only read biographies for a long time. I read no fiction. And I still, I'm still very particular about what I read. I mean, this is somewhat, this is kind of a, makes me a snobby in the literary field, but I don't like, I typically, if a book is on the New York Times bestseller list, that usually tends to repel me rather than make me want to read it because unfortunately the real fact of the matter is a lot of those, and this is not, hey, listen, it's reading is fantastic. I have been a voracious reader from the way back days. Like I won the reading contest in the second grade. I was off of Mrs. Weber's poster board chart with the little metallic stars. Like she had to get a second poster board just for little baby crimes and fashion. I've always loved to read. So I don't discourage anyone from reading whatever. I mean, look, I mean, I think some people could even benefit from reading a coloring book. reading is nothing but good for you. But I personally I tend to, I don't want to read something that's, now I don't mean this to say anything that hits the New York Times bestseller list, no, but things like like the big box mass produced fiction, like, John Grisham, Daniel Steele, Nicholas Sparks. And hey, I'm not knocking you if you like to read that. I just don't. So my point is, if it's like way up on the New York Times bestseller list, that usually tends to like make me not want to read it. But that, I did hear something very interesting about how they pick who's on that list and where you fall. And it's not just based on how many books you sell. It's also based on how many books you give away. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I heard about that on Megyn Kelly's podcast because her husband is a writer. I don't remember all the ins and outs, but basically you can buy your way onto the New York Times bestseller list. There's a term for it when you appear on the list because of basically giveaways. Like you get to buy your own lot of books and then gift them to organizations. Oh, well, that is incredibly kind of you, but like I am not in her league. I wish I was. I think I can hold my own as far as the snark. Like I can hold my own there, but but she is definitely, I wish that's my goal. I would love to. I mean, and she these are like, she's not some pretentious douche. She just like, before she goes live, looks up, ask whatever these AI. I don't use AI. Okay. I don't. It never crosses my mind. I don't know why. I find it creepy. I hate it. I think it's going to end up killing us all. My mother, who's close to, well, my mom doesn't listen, so she won't be pissed. Say she's close to 80. She's in her, well, I'll be diplomatic and I'm going to say she's in her mid 70s. It could go either way. Whether you say she's closer to 80, closer to 70. She, hold on. Oh God, that was weird. Went down the wrong pipe. My mom uses all of it. She uses, well, I think Chat GPT is the main one she uses. I hand to God, I swear, it never even crosses my mind. Now, of course I use Google, but I don't know. AI just is not like, it's just not in my world. But yeah, I'm terrified of it. I think we're going to be, I sit back and look at all this social media bullshit and I think it's done far more. Of course it's done good things, social media and the internet in general, I would never say is just all bad, but I think when it's all in the dustbin of history, if we make it there, if we're not all extinct in the next few years, when the machines come to kill us, I think that, yeah, it all this technology will have caused more harm than good, and some of it irreparable. I mean, I look at like kids, especially little girls. Oh my God. And not so little girls. It's just, it's terrible. Like, it makes me, it's just so infuriating that we live in a world that worships like the Kardashian skanks. I call them the blowjob that launched an empire, and they did. And this country worships them. And it's like, why? I mean, they're pretty, but the youngest one, I saw her the other day doing that Meta glasses commercial. Holy shit. I think she's in her 20s, and she looks like a well-preserved 40-ish woman who's had like a lot of work done. That's like the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be trying to do. I don't know. I hate it. But it's really weird that like my mother and my stepdad, who's in his mid-80s, because he still works. He works from home, and he does something that very few people do. Which is why he still works, because he can still make a lot of money, because not many people do what he does. And he uses AI every day. Not me. It just truly never crosses my mind. Just doesn't. And I'm okay with that. All right, so let me see. Trying to figure out who we should do here. Let's see here. Let me pull this. I'm going to pull another window up of YouTube. I have saved a bunch of stuff in the watch later. All right, let's see here. Oh my God, you guys. I saw this channel. I'm just going to shout this channel out because I think it's super cool. How do I do that? I have to go into a video to do it. Okay. Oh, hell, this is a pretty big channel. She doesn't need me. But I'd be happy to do it anyway. Oh, no. No, this did not just happen. Oh, my God. You're not going to believe this. Oh, this is at least the third time in my YouTube career this has happened. You would think I would learn. Oh, in some areas, I've always been a slow learner. My little trusty wireless mouse, it's dead. Which means I can't do shit. I'm in the other window on my monitor. I can't even, it's not like I can just hang out with you guys and blah, 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 because I can't even see you. I went over to open up another window. Oh, damn it. This is very unfortunate. It doesn't take too long to charge. I mean, I can get it all. I can get the keyboard and the mouse juiced up in probably 30 minutes. I don't know. I cannot believe I did this. This is, what's really ridiculous about it is probably when did I go live last? What's today? Today is Tuesday. So it was right before the 4th of July. Or no, it was Monday. Wasn't it Monday? Whatever it was. I was in here and I was actually doing some stuff from my real life. I had to print something. And I thought to myself, you should probably, I think it's been a while since you charged the keyboard and the The mouse, you should probably charge those. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. I gotta get this done. Son of a bitch. Ooh, you know what? I can't even end the live. I can do it on my phone. Shit. Oh, damn it. Damn it all. Damn it, Jim. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because I mean I guess I could, but I can't play anything for you. And I've been like rambling, blah, 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 rambling on for quite a while. Shit. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to end this and I'm going to go juice this up. Oh, well, here's the plus side. I'll get to put on another outfit. And I'm going to. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so what time is it? It is 2:30. All right. I'll give it an hour. That way I know. That way I won't have to worry about it for quite a while. So let me get this juice back up and then we shall reconvene and I'll get the video queued up. I'll pick the one we're going to watch and I'll get it queued up. And since this was an epic fail, I will make sure that we're ready to roll. All right. I don't even know if can I end this on here? How am I going to do this? I don't know that I can even end it on my phone. I should be able to. And unfortunately, I can't even like jump into that window. All right, all right, I'm in my channel. I'm going to go to the live. Okay, I'm in the live. Hello, Mrs. Watson. Mad Mabel. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, Stargazer, how are you? What am I reading right now? Oh, it's Oprah's latest book, Kin. It's really good. It's a really good book. It's about two girls who have been best friends since like they were infants. And both girls have lost their mothers. And one lost her mother in the sense that she's not alive. And the other one lost her mother in the sense that she walked out when she was a very young girl and has no like independent memory of her. It's a really good book. All right, how am I going to do this? I know how to do mods from my phone. Kathy, can you help me out? How can I end this live from my phone? God, this is so annoying. I can't believe I did this. I'm lying. I can believe. Especially in light of the fact. Well, I mean, I could just go to the black screen of death. Oh, hit end stream. Yeah, but I don't see that on my phone. How do I find it? All right, quality playback. Okay, let's hit more. What if I go and get... Like I'm in the window of this live on my phone. And I don't, let me try that. No. Oh, community moderate. Oh, hello, there's the mods. I think. Same place you hit go live. Oh, but I do that from my desktop in my office. That's the problem. and I can't get there because the mouse is dead. I could go, and on my phone, I'm not seeing it. Oh God, how ridiculous. All right, wait, let me try this. Okay, here we go. Let's see. That just keeps taking me to the live. I can get to the live on my phone. Oh, okay, go through the StreamYard on my phone. Okay. Yeah, see, I always do the thumbnail in my, I need to get my iPad. I do the thumbnail on my iPad, and then I come in my office and I use StreamYard on the desktop. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, I can't believe I got out of the chair without falling. All right. Don't leave, Kathy. You might have to walk me through this. Sleepy fat boy. You're my big fat sexy beast. I'm talking to Whoopi, my big fat sexy beast. All right, let's see if I can find this. All right. This is hilarious. I've got an iPad, a desktop, and an iPhone. And my personal customer service agent that's helping me. All right, view on, oh no. I don't want to view it on YouTube, right? Or do I? I can delete. Do I have to actually go into it on? Okay. All right, I'm in the StreamYard, but let me see. Oh, enter studio. Okay, let me see. Hopefully that'll work. And I'll mute it. So there's. Oh, come on. Oh my God. Oh, it's like I thought I could do it without the camera on here since I already have. It won't even let me in. Well, it will if I want to try and. Okay. Here we go. Enter studio. Oh my God. This is like becoming a whole thing. Okay. End stream. There we go. Kathy, thank you. Okay. That still didn't do it. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. I'll be back shortly, you all.